Hey folks, Mike and McGee here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about this baby right here. If she don't eat me up. Anyway, she kind of spooked me with that little clamp down she just did. But hey, I don't blame her, because in the long run, what this video is about, it's about me doing the same thing with her. She's a heifer. I just took her to the vet to have her checked. She's about 3 years old. She should have had a calf. We did get her bred once, come back positive, but it disappeared. We don't know what happened. The vet told me this. We got her blood tested and she come back positive once. Yeah. So she could have just dropped it, lost it.
She can't, yes sir, like they can get bred and then lose it or something later on.
Okay, that makes sense.
And depending on how far along she is at that time, you know, they, sometimes they'll just reabsorb them. You don't ever see any discharge or anything.
That is what happened, yeah, because we looked carefully. We had a very short pasture last year because it was so dry. Never saw anything. I wondered if that wasn't possible.
It is. So she's never had a calf?
Never had a calf. She's still a heifer.
And she's got her right ovary is really, she's not bred, her right ovary is really big. That's how the baseball. So she has a cyst on it.
Okay, that's the reason.
So that's why she's not.
Okay.
So, I mean, obviously at 3 years old, and she may not be a good one to put it.
So she's not going to have a calf. At this point, she's good for one thing and one thing only, and that is beef. And if you have been watching my channel, you know I have developed a great affinity for beef. And I'm going through beef like Carter had little liver pills back in the, was it 80s? I don't remember. But anyway, that's what this video is about. We're going to start feeding her out. I am not going to put her down in the feed pen, because if I put her in the feed pen, she can't get to grass. And I don't want to feed a bunch of hay yet. It's a shame to feed hay when you got this much grass. And I don't have silage. I usually fatten them on silage, hay, and feed. And that's how I fatten them up. So, we're not going to be killing her till probably November, December, something like that, if everything goes according to plan. So I'm just going to start feeding her, gradually building her up. She's already been getting about half a gallon morning and night. I'm not sure if it's a half or quarter. I'm not the one that feeds, but we feed her into here in this stanchion, and we've got her all completely trained to the stanchion, because she was supposed to be a milk cow. And it's so easy to get a milk cow broke for milking if you get them broke to the stanchion and they just go in, stick their head in, and start eating. We got her broke, but the problem is she's broke. She can't have a baby. And even though Frank don't know it, if you don't have a baby, you can't make milk.
That's one thing Mom and Dad never told us about nature, about, you know, breeding and all this and that. That is for y'all in the future.
Well, if you ain't hit the future yet, son, I don't think you're gonna make it. The big cow here is giving us milk, and we really don't need more anyway, so we're gonna start fattening her up for beef. Where is Bubs? I'm looking all over for him. I can't believe he's not hanging out with the cows. I guess after getting put in a trailer with them yesterday, he's about had enough of them. I see him. He's all the way down there. All the way down there by the road. So this is Bubs. This is my neighbor's bull. We were going to get him castrated so he'd be a little safer around their kids. But the vet said it was extremely dangerous at his age, especially being in the warmer summer months. So we just opted to take her advice and not castrate the bull. So in order to keep her children safe, we put him back in here. And he's got plenty of grass to eat over here. And once they decide they get a kill date in mind, we're going to start feeding him out. And that is going to be a little reminiscent, if you recall, back when we fattened out Big Louie and Ferdinand in this pasture. We did not pen them up. We let them fatten up in the pasture. For one thing, Ferdinand, he wouldn't have handled being penned up very well. He thought he was cooped up in this pasture. He was crazy as a loon. Now, Big Louie, on the other hand, he would have been okay pinned up, but he was almost immobile as it was. He was so lazy. He eat, he lay down. He eat, he lay down. He fattened up beautifully. This guy is like a cross between the two of them. He eats, he walks around because he does have that testosterone quite a bit flowing, and he lays down. He is, for a bull, as laid back and as lazy as they get. But make no mistake, he's still a bull. He's still dangerous. He could kill a small child with one whip of that head. It's big as a 5-gallon bucket. Actually bigger. It would not fit in a 5-gallon bucket. So, according to the size of his neck and head and his body, right now I think he weighs around 1,400 pounds. We're going to get him up to probably 1,600 pounds before it's over. But that's just part of it. One thing for sure, when he is hanging on the scales, we'll know what he weighs. But this little girl right here, she'll never hit 1,200 pounds. I will be surprised if she hits 1,000. I'm hoping to push her up there around the 900,000 pound range time it's over with. Right now she's around 3 years old, so she's technically about as big as she's going to get with her frame. But we want to push a little more fat on her because we like fat. We say fat is where it's at. And invariably I get people looking at my steaks saying, too much fat. I'm the one eating it. I want the fat. But this little gal here, she's got some good days ahead of her. She's going to live it up here for a while. She got her nose buried down in there right now trying to grub out some goodies. Right now, we're going to have to feed her inside because that guy would probably take her feed if we fed them here where we fed Ferdinand and Big Louie. If you recall, Ferdinand was not very kind to Big Louie, and that's why we had to build the wall of demarcation to keep them separated. And it didn't really keep Big Louie from charging and beating him off of his grain, but then he could go around and get Ferdinand's feed. And I got a video documenting that. I mean, it was back and forth for a while. What y'all licking on? Lick, 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 lick. Oh, they got a selenium block. Good for them little boogers to lick that selenium block. They're getting salt that way, but they also get the selenium, which here in the county I live in is known for being short on selenium. And if I understand right, if they're under power lines, they need even more selenium. So that's probably why they're going for it, because if you know anything about cattle, they will not eat mineral they don't need. And I keep it for all of them, every one of them. This guy, Chili Con Carne, half Murray Grey, half Black Angus, he's up next. He was going to be the very next one until that gal over there hiding decided she was going to have a cyst on her ovaries. That's her full sister right there, and we think she's bred. If she successfully carries a calf to term, we'll make her our second milk cow. And this right here is Mr. Suzuki Armstrong, because he's a half Wagyu and a half Black Angus. And right there, getting a good lick down on the other side of Ferdinand Jr. is Tony Armstrong. Yes, sir. Half Murray Grey, half Black Angus. Full brother to Chili. Really do like these cattle. I mean, I'm having such a good time raising them, fattening them up, having fun with them. And I must say, looking forward to eating them, that it just is mind-blowing, absolutely mind-boggling. And cattle prices are high right now. I could probably make a small fortune selling them, but I ain't gonna do it because if I sold them, then I'd have to go buy beef. Money would just change hands, and I'd probably come out on the short end of the deal. Yes, sir. All right, we got them in. Mr. Joel getting ready to milk the cow. Did you say we were giving her half a gallon twice a day earlier?
Yeah.
And now we bumped her up to a gallon a day? I mean, twice a day?
Yep.
All right, so this little girl is going to be fattened up. Hey, little girl. Does she mind eating more?
No.
She eats it all up. So you can't go from half a gallon a day or none to 3 or 4 gallons, 5 gallons a day. They will get what's called founder. They will founder, which means the corn basically gets hot in the stomach and the heat transfers to the feet and it rots the feet out basically. I've had it happen to a horse and I had it happen to a steer one time. The horse was its own fault. The steer was my fault. I learned a lesson there. But this is it. This is going to be fattened up and butchered because she cannot have a baby. She's so happy she got her tail curled. Oh boy. So just recently I ate some picanha. Just yesterday actually. Picanha is the sirloin cap and it sits right here. Boy, see that hump right there? That is some of the best eating. She's trying to cover it up where I can't see it. That is some really good eating. Right here we got porterhouse, T-bones, ribeyes, chuck eyes. I'm starting to learn my beef. Right here we got flat iron steak. That's one of my absolute favorites. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. And right here we got brisket. She's gonna have to do a little gaining. Right here's her brisket. I'm wanting to do a cook where I smoke the whole brisket and rib section all in one big cook. Slow, low, smoky, salty goodness. Let's go get the old girl some alfalfa. I keep it in this trailer here. Oh, I've got to wash this trailer. People don't understand how wet Tennessee is just up. But it stays very dry in here because it gets hot. We got feed from that last batch. We've got alfalfa hay. I'm just gonna get a little bit there. I'm not really wanting to feed her hay as I said earlier, but oh, I want to spoil her, make her happy. Let's go. They're all looking at me. It's like they know the sound of that trailer. They know what that means. Come here, little rascal. Look at you, looking all purty. Come over here. One thing I know about this hay, it really needs to be shook out. Otherwise, they'll drag it out in the field. I'm gonna give the bull a little bit too. He's gonna be fed out eventually, but the reason I gave it to him is so he don't come over here and take hers. This hay might not look good on camera, but they absolutely love it. And I can't describe how good it smells. Absolutely good. We've got boss woman over here. She thinks she knows. Hey, what are you doing? That's for her, not you. She said, no, it's for me. It's for me. Well, I'm gonna let you have some just because you do have a baby. You're eating for 2. 6 months pregnant. That means she's got 3 months left to go. Because believe it or not, much like a human, they're 9-monthers. It takes them 9 months. And this girl can't get pregnant. Cannot. And that leaves her in one boat and one boat only. Show meat. Showboat. She's gonna be the showboat. Her hide is of such a beautiful color. I'm thinking I may have to get it tanned and hang it on the wall. Drop down in the comments, let me know what you think. I can't hang it on the wall inside my house because I do not have electricity. I do not have air conditioning, and it would mold. It would be completely ruined the first year, but I can hang it out in my garage. I've got a very well ventilated garage. Stuff doesn't mold out there. Matter of fact, I hang up my hunting equipment out there in the summer so it doesn't mold. So maybe, she's pretty. She's got color to burn, especially in that front end. And in that back end. Look here, big meanie. You big meanie. I will not allow, nope. I will not allow it. You get back over and clean your trough out. You've still got hay, doofus. He's like, no, I don't. I want to reach under and get theirs. That wall was built for a reason, buddy. Nope. He heard me. You heard me. He's got grass growing on his back. That's where he reaches up there to knock flies off of him. Oh my goodness, she gave you more. I bet she didn't know she done that. Boy, oh boy, this is the first video documenting feeding this girl out. And that's what we're gonna be doing over the next couple of months. We're hoping to put her in the freezer here in a couple of months. So she's gonna get her feed upped and upped and upped. And it's gonna help her with marbling. It's not gonna grow her size a whole lot. She is already full grown, 3-year-old. And naturally small. She's just naturally a small cow. But we're hoping to throw some marbling in on her. She is somewhat related to Valiente, although not from the same mother. She's got way more Jersey. He had way more Brown Swiss. Brown Swiss tends to be a bigger animal, much bigger than the Jersey, especially her little mama. So we're just gonna have a smaller beef. But since she is an addition to our normal beef regiment that we've got going, we don't need her to be too big. Look at them shoulders. Man, she's birdie. Purdy. Yes. And I was really hoping for her to be a milk cow, but it ain't gonna work out. One reason I wanted her to be a milk cow is because she's got enough zebu in her from Ferdinand that she is quite heat resistant. And there are times that I will see this milk cow standing in the shade not eating while she's standing out in the pasture eating. Don't eat me. She is standing out in the pasture in the middle of the day, burning hot sun, eating. That tells me she's way more heat resistant. So I am glad I've got her full sister, hopefully not having cysts. Them ovaries, if they've got cysts, it's not good. So are these responsible for the cysts? I don't know. But I've not had that problem ever, and I've raised a lot of cows, milk cows under here. So let's just say it happens. It don't always have to be the electricity's fault, but you can blame it on that if you want. But the thing about it is, it's turning out to be good for me, because if you know me at all, you know I love beef, and I'm looking forward to some ribeye steaks, some ground burger, some picanha, some shoulder steaks, some flat iron steaks, and more. Be looking for more videos coming out in the future about this, but for now, that's all I've got for you. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.